Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ala amma ba'd. We'll continue our class in going over the book Al-Fatawa al-Wada'iyya ala al-Asila al-Nisa'iyya, the answers of Sheikh Muqbil bin Hadi al-Wadi'i rahimahullah on questions from the women. لازلنا في كلام المصنف رحمه الله في فتاوى تتعلق بالمرأة الحائض والحامل والنفساء. We're still in the discussion regarding verdicts connected to the matters of the woman who is on her menses and the pregnant woman, and also the woman who is bleeding after giving birth. So, تقول السائلة: ما حكم إخراج الجنين من بطن أمه إذا ظهرت عليه علامات الموت سواء كان ذلك من الإنس أو من الحيوانات? So, what is the ruling regarding removing the fetus from the womb of the mother if it appears that this fetus has died in the womb, whether from humans or animals? What is the ruling on removing the fetus? So the Shaykh rahimahullah said, يترك حتى يموت ثم يخرج. It should be left alone until it dies, until the fetus dies, and then it comes out. لأنه ليس مؤكدا أنه سيموت. فكم من شخص يحكم الأطباء بموته وآخر ييأس منه أهله ثم بعد ذلك يشفيه الله سبحانه وتعالى فيترك حتى يموت. So he said it should be left until it dies, because how many people they say that it appears that so and so is going to die, and then he becomes because of an illness or whatever it is, and then he becomes healthy and he recovers fully from the illness that the doctor said he will die from. قال الناس يعرفون هذا حتى أخبرت أن بعضهم من الذين لا يعرفون الأدلة ربما يأخذ قضيبا أو شيئا ويضربه حتى يموت وهو في بطنها، والواجب أن يخرج وأن يشق له ويخرج لكن بعد أن تموت، أو يخرج ولكن بعد أن تموت. So he said after it dies, بعد أن يموت الجنين, after it dies, after this unborn child, if it dies in the womb of the mother, then it should be removed, and it should be removed without killing it. So some people, they will either by way of punching the womb or the stomach, or taking pills, or other than this. And Sheikh did not mention taking pills, but in general, anything that causes the death of the unborn child is impermissible, is haram. It is a murder and it is killing a soul. So it is not permissible. The Shaykh rahimahullah, he said it should be left until it dies. And some people they take something and they strike and hit the stomach of the woman until her unborn child dies. And rather, this should not be the case, and it should be after it dies. If it dies in her, if this fetus dies inside of the mother's womb by itself, then it should be removed, either through a cesarean or C-section, or other than that, it should be removed after it dies, after the doctors rule that it has died on its own, and it should not be killed. Now, ثم بعد هذا, after this, there are several questions in the book specifically regarding taking pills to prevent pregnancy. And we already read the answer of one of them, and the rest are very similar. So we will skip over them. In general, the Shaykh rahimahullah, he considers that it is impermissible to take pills to prevent pregnancy. And the majority of the people of knowledge, from the likes of the Permanent Committee and other than them, they said as long as the doctors rule that it does not cause any harmful side effects, as long as it is not a health risk for the woman to take, and as long as it is not something that is permanent, meaning that someone decides they don't want to have children altogether and they continue to take it, that is not permissible. However, if it is for a temporary period of time, either, as the people of knowledge mention, for the purpose of going and performing Hajj, for example, and the woman needs to regulate her period, and to pause her period during performing Hajj. Or, for example, the people of knowledge mention from the permanent committee and other than them from the scholars of our times, they say, for example, if the woman recently had a child and she's not ready, her health-wise or even time-wise, she's not ready for another child, and she wants to wait for a year or two or whatever it is period of time before she has another child, that is permissible, as long as it is not something that is permanent, and also as long as it is an agreement between both parents, because she's not allowed to take it on her own without his approval, and likewise he should not force her to take it. It should be an agreement by both of them. Now, and it is similar in general to what used to be practiced by the Sahaba, which is called al-azl, which is to before ejaculation, to actually stop the relationship or ejaculate outside where it does not cause pregnancy. And they asked the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam about that, and they used to do it at the time of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is an evidence that it is permissible. It is, some of the people of knowledge, they said it is disliked, and some say that it is permissible, and that depends on the situation. Wallahu alam. So there are several questions, like I said, regarding this matter, and Shaykh Rahimahullah, he answered them, and we'll skip over them because this is a summary of all of those questions and their answers. As I said, Shaykh Rahimahullah, he says that taking pills to prevent pregnancies is impermissible. This is the opinion of the Shaykh Rahimahullah, may Allah have mercy on him. على كل حال، بعد هذا تقول السائلة: امرأة عندها عقم، هل تجوز الزراعة في الرحم علما أن المني من الزوج، وسبب هذه الزراعة أن الرحم يكون به إفرازات تقتل الحيوانات المنوية، فهم يزرعونها حتى تصل إلى مدة معينة لا تتضرر بعدها، وهل يجوز للرجل أن يقوم بهذه العملية؟ So the question is regarding performing IVF, meaning to make pregnancy into basically the known procedure called IVF, which is to implant the sperm, or to put the sperm of the husband in the womb of the wife, and this is specifically from the husband and wife, not with no one else, basically, as they say, donating a sperm or donating an egg or donating a womb. All of that is not allowed. However, when it is the question is strictly between the husband and wife. The sperm is taken from the husband and it is used to impregnate the wife, the egg of his wife specifically. So this is the question. And also the question includes if the person performing this procedure was a male doctor. قال الشيخ رحمه الله: قال إن كانوا مأمونين وأنهم سيأخذون من مني الزوج. He said, if they are trustworthy and we know with certainty that they will take from the semen of the husband, فلا بأس, then there's no harm. وإذا أخذوا منيا لرجل آخر فيعتبر زنا. He said, if they use the semen or the sperm from another man, then this is a form of adultery. قال أو أخذوا بويضة من امرأة أخرى أيضا زنا. Likewise, if they take an egg from another woman, then this also is a form of adultery. إذا وضعوها لهذه المرأة تعتبر زنا. And they take the egg of another woman and then they implant it in the womb of this woman, or like I said, the other way around, they take the egg from the wife and they put it in the womb of another woman. All of that is not allowed. All of that is not allowed. قال إن كان من ماء الرجل ومن المرأة فلا بأس بهذا لكن يشترط أن يكونوا مأمونين. He said, so if it is from the semen of the man and the egg of the woman and they are trustworthy to perform this procedure, then there is no harm. وهؤلاء ما يؤمنون هذا أمر, meaning some of those who perform these things are not trustworthy. He said, this is one thing. قال أمر آخر ربما يتغالطون فربما شخص يقدم تحليلا وربما يقولون مبروك هذا حامل وهو رجل فلا بد أن يكونوا مأمونين. He said many people, they make mistakes and they play around. They play around. They play around in regards to these procedures, such as, for example, claiming that a man is pregnant and a man cannot get pregnant, regardless of what you hear. A man cannot get pregnant. فلا بد أن يكونوا مأمونين. So they must be trustworthy. وأن يتحروا ألا يختلط هذا بهذا ولا يبدل هذا بهذا من غير تعمد. So they also should be very diligent in not mixing up between the different sperms of different people, different men, and also the different eggs, that they do not mix them up. Even they should be very diligent not to cause a mix-up even by mistake. قال أما الرجل فيجوز له أن يقوم بهذا العمل للحاجة. He said, as for a man performing this procedure, then it is permissible if there is a reason, if there is a need. قال إذا لم توجد امرأة تتقن هذا العمل, if there is no woman who is capable of doing this type of procedure, يجوز للرجل, then it is permissible for the man to do it. لأن النساء في غزوة أحد كنا يداوين الجرحى, because the women during the battle of Uhud, they used to treat the wounded, ويسقين المرضى, and they used to give drinks and other than this to help the ill. وفي حال الضرورة يجوز, so when there is a need and necessity, then it is permissible. فإذا وجدت امرأة تقوم مقام الرجل فلا يجوز. If there is a woman to do this, to perform this type of surgery, meaning IVF and the likes, then it is not permissible for a man to do it. وإذا لم توجد امرأة فيجوز. And if no woman is found, then it is permissible for a man to perform it. نعم. ثم تقول السائلة: إذا كانت المرأة عادتها 7 أيام فلما كبرت صارت عادتها 3 أيام، قال شيخ: تتحيض 7 أيام، فإذا مضت 3 حيض وهي أصبحت لا تحيض إلا 3 أيام تنتقل حالتها من 7 أيام إلى 3 أيام. So the question is regarding a woman whose menses used to be 7 days, and then with age it changed to 3 days. Her menses changed to 3 days. The Shaykh rahmahullah, he said that she should consider her menses to be 7 days and not 3, for 3 periods, for 3 months, 3 cycles. And then if she notices that it is done, that she always has it for 3 days and it does not exceed those 3 days, then she changes, she considers her menses to be 3 days from that point on. Now, ثم تقول السائلة: إذا أتى الرجل امرأته وقد انقطع عنها الحيض ولكنها لم تغتسل بعد، هل يكون آثما؟ قال: نعم، يكون آثما، لأن الله تعالى يقول: فإذا تطهرن فأتوهن من حيث أمركم الله. So the question regarding a man having a relationship with his wife after she finishes her period, her menses, and she did not take a bath, is he considered a sinner? The answer is yes, he's considered a sinner, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said: فَإِذَا تَطَهَّرْنَ فَأْتُوهُنَّ مِنْ حَيْثُ أَمَرَكُمُ اللَّهُ. The meaning of the ayah: if they purify themselves, then have a relationship with them in the way that Allah commands you. Now, so it is not permissible for the husband to have a relationship with his wife after she finishes her menses until she takes a bath, until she takes a legislated bath. Wallahu ta'ala a'la wa a'lam. Wa sallallahu wa sallam wa barak ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in.